Abbott is a crime, social, and supernatural thriller written by sci-fi author Elena Abbott. The first issue begins with a quote from journalist Wayne Barrett, in which he says, "Journalists are detectives for the people." At her core, this is who Elena Abbott is. In the community, she's known as the Black Lois Lane. She fully owns her identity. She's not apologizing for being a woman, and she's definitely not apologizing for being black. Abbott investigates crimes that the police have ignored. In particular, these crimes have ties to an evil occult force. Her gut tells her that this mystical energy is also responsible for the death of her husband, which occurred a decade earlier. I'm pretty sure this is an inside-outside joke on the behalf of Ahmed, but Abbott's husband looks exactly like Harry Belafonte. In addition to pursuing her husband's killer, Abbott has to combat racism and sexism on the daily as a writer. If you've seen the movie Detroit or are familiar with the Algiers Hotel incident, that would serve as great background data for the racial climate of the city. So back to how smooth our protagonist is. In the first issue, we see that a group of reporters are at a crime scene at Palmer Park in Detroit. They are gathered around a mutilated police horse. It's the 1970s, so as you can imagine, these news guys look like characters from Anchorman. As the reporters question the investigator, they're trying to push a narrative that the Black Panthers are responsible for this horrendous killing. But Abbott pulls up super cool and begins to crush their logic. Gentlemen, do any of you really believe that mutilating animals is the Black Panther style? Are any of you going to ask about evidence, or are you just going to keep asking about theories? And you can just see the hate oozing out of their eyes.
What in the hell did this black woman get the audacity to think that she can question us?
Elena Abbott is clever and fearless. She's Foxy Brown with a pen game. A crime photographer / old friend of Elena's named Murray is on the crime scene as well. Now, when Elena sees what's left of the horse, she's shocked, remembering the body of her husband. That haunting feeling that she's overcome by is all too familiar. Murray then says to Elena,
"I'll tell you, kid, I hope it wasn't Negroes. It'll mean hell for you people if it was."
Elena replies,
"It's gonna be hell for us anyway."
This speaks to the notion that all black people are seen as a monolith and not as individuals. As you can see, the dialogue in this book is eloquent and relevant. Through Abbott, you're able to see the power of controlling one's narrative. She's on ground zero, holding people accountable and finding the truth no matter how uncomfortable it makes people feel. One thing that I cherish the most about Elena is that she's a hard-boiled detective. Number one, because of her husband's murder, she's broken. She chain smokes and drinks every day to bury the pain. And number three, she's going up against something that is pure evil and sinister. All three of these ingredients are why I love the first season of True Detective so much. You see all of these elements within Russ Cole, one of the main characters. It's only 2 issues in and our hero has already encountered some gory stuff. It's not for the faint of heart. The weird thing about this evil force that she's chasing is that it seems to be stalking and taunting her at the same time. She seems to be connected to it even. Every time it's around, her spidey sense goes off, and she's the only one who can see it. Just think about the sheer paranoia of that alone. Then she gets slammed with racism and sexism at the Detroit Daily, not just because of who she is, but because of what she chooses to cover. This amount of opposition would drive anybody to drink. This connection that she has to this occult force raises some questions though. I won't reveal who or what I think it is. I want you to read these comic books for yourself and make your own assumptions. To be honest, I think we all gonna be shocked. This is a good looking comic book. The colors used make you feel like you're reading a comic strip from the 1970s with an updated appeal. A couple of compelling characters from Elena's past have reappeared. They have reappeared in her life at this critical time for a reason, and I'm hyped to see what that reason may be. Elena is the perfect heroine for 2018. I was engaged the entire time while reading these first 2 issues. Immediately, I felt like this series has the potential to be a classic TV show or movie. If you like history, crime, and horror, I suggest you read these first 2 issues of Abbott now. What do you think about Abbott so far? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, like and share this video. And if you like my videos and would like to help me make more videos, pledge $1 or whatever you feel to my Patreon page. This keeps me out of the Hunger Games and in front of your face. If you would like to promote any event or any product that you have coming out, hit me with an email, hit me with a DM, and we can negotiate. And as always, we got more movie reviews coming, and we got more book reviews coming, and we got more of that random stuff coming your way. I'm in the bathroom.